Okay, let's try this again. So we're going to do an ironclad run. So ascension level 3. I'm going to stop experimenting quite as much and see if we can't actually make an effective deck out of what they give us in order to notch that next rung. Rare card could be good. I think that's probably worth a 99. That'll give us some direction. And this is a really good card to start with. Let's see if we can't roll that up into a nice large max HP pool. Shouldn't be too hard. But we do have to watch out. The elites are supposed to have gotten more dangerous, and we don't know what that means yet. I actually want to hit as many enemies as possible this time. This is one of the few times where there isn't basically a completely full enemy line up to where I want to be. Get 2 here. I can get, let's see, 2 on the way to that bonfire. We definitely want to be on this path right here to these additional fires. And we want to end up here, which means we've got to go. Oh, it's all the same. Doesn't really matter what we do. So we can afford to tank this. As long as we don't take any other damage. I don't really see that happening though. Looks like we're probably going to get some amount of hurt here. Oh, that's okay. Let's get some value out of it. Plus 3 max HP is definitely worth the trade-off. And we'll only be a point behind if we can manage to complete this fight without taking any further damage. Yeah, a couple strikes would do that. They're 9 apiece now, so 2. 2 will be sufficient. Oh, we're weakened. So 4, 6, 6, we'll need 3, and we've got 3. Almost did it in 2. And there we go, just 1 point behind. With a large HP pool. So I actually think that both of these cards are bad. This seems like it'd be better than a strike or a block, and I guess it's technically true. I haven't been super happy with it. Heavy Blade I have been happy with. You can just, if you happen to get a strength deck, it's an amazing card. Otherwise, it's just a good card. And just not really feeling Warcry. It's not the best card draw you can get. Let's follow this way. See if we can get another 3 HP off this guy. I have to apply that vulnerable. That'll make the next turn good. He's gonna Warcry, get some block, get some strength. That'll be our major damage turn. Yeah, here we go. 24 is not quite enough. So we're gonna want to extend this combat somewhat. Which means we're gonna contend with a large hit next turn. If we can't block it, we may have to... Oh no. Oh, yeah, we're fine. Don't even want to risk attacking him. We want him to be nice and alive when we get that feedback, which we have a good chance of drawing this turn. First card. This isn't enough to kill him on its own. So let's soften him up a little bit. Get that plus 3 max HP. I don't think any of these are particularly good for my deck. But this card's good on its own. This isn't this is sort of situational, honestly. It's only 1 vulnerable. Let's go with the Searing Blow. Let's make our deck a little more deadly. And keep hitting as many enemies as possible. There's no chance of us being able to block through this damage. So he's functionally got 19 HP this turn because he's going to immediately curl up as soon as I hit him. Can we do 19? This will do 15. And this will do 8. That's 23. That should be plenty. And there we go. We'll take 6, we'll heal 6. We'll end up net plus 3 HP and whatever rewards they decide to send our way. If we can afford to. Yeah, we weren't going to be able to get much value out of 2 strikes in a row anyway there. Better just not to take any additional damage. Easy peasy. Yeah, here's the inflame little combo with that heavy strike. And we need to go to the right here in order to stay on track for both fires. I can get some gold or remove a card from my deck. If we take any strikes out, then we give up the chance of getting perfected strikes in our deck, or it reduces their effectiveness. We only got 4 blocks. I don't recall taking one out, but that doesn't mean much. 7 HP. I think we will thin it out. And we'll just forego the perfected strike. Doubtless that'll be the next several things that I draw. Let's just make this investment in the future turn. Little strength, take very little damage. Oh, unfortunately this feat is just a good attack right now. We don't even want to use it. Unfortunate. So we're just going to mitigate some and deal some damage. We may not be able to feed on this guy, but we'll see. 20 plus the vulnerability will make this 30. That'll bring him down pretty close to nothing. Definitely in range of the feed, which we're now likely to draw. I'm taking way more damage than I'm comfortable with, though. And we didn't see it. That's really too bad. This is safe to use. I've got no mono. Actually, I'm doing less damage than normal now. And we're definitely going to pay for our increase in max HP. But we're all the way up to 92 now. Yeah, strength deck looks like is definitely coming online. Oof, okay, we've got to do that. Not an amazing upgrade, but it is an upgrade. And this early on in the game, that's going to add up. I'd rather just take less damage in this situation. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm taking more damage than I'm entirely happy with. I'm very fond of Shrug It Off. I think it's a great card. Shockwave's also a strong pick. We don't have much in the way of defenses. This is a good way to turn an entire boss fight down I think that we're going to take the sugar off while we've got the option, though. Just while we've got the option. And do I want to fight the boss now or later? Probably now, so we know if we need to rest afterward or not. And what are these guys going to do? 10 apiece now? 9 apiece. That's not really that big of a jump. So what I really like to do in this fight is I like to work on the first guy in the row. These guys on the outside follow each other, so when they're attacking together. When they're adding statuses together. So once you kill the first one, you only have to contend with one attack a turn. That really reduces the amount of damage you have to put up with. I just find that to be the safest way to proceed through this fight. So we're going to be taking some damage here. I think this is a good time to invest in the future. We don't necessarily need that right now. So one thing about plated armor that's easy to miss is that it gets reduced by 1 every time you actually take damage from an attack. So we took damage from that, and you'll see it's going down to 3. So we have the potential to do kind of a lot of damage this turn. We will, however, be affected by that. Let's see what this attack potion gives us. Okay, so I'm thinking if I have 2 more strength, I'll have 4 strength. 4 will affect this 3 times. Our current strength affecting this 3 times means that this base damage is 14. 14, we would have 4 strength 3 times 12. 12 and 14. 26, that doesn't actually seem to, yeah, okay, so whatever we raise it by, we're just going up that much. That's not quite enough to kill this guy. It might be enough to feed on him, though, if we had the points, which we don't. We need 21, plus 6 potentially. Still not enough. So we won't be feeding this turn. 26 and 18 is plenty to do damage, though. Let's just save ourselves the hit points. This does run contrary to my normal plan, though. Still, no defenses, and we're already down quite a lot of HP. And this is why this card is good. Good, not great. We're still going to be punished for our bad draw, for sure here. We'll get down to 2 plated armor. This guy will be dead in a second. Which will make this whole fight a lot more manageable. Let's check one thing out here. Unfortunate. We basically just want to block this guy out until we get our feed, hopefully, in the same turn that we can actually use it. 26 is enough to make him bite size. Now we just gotta draw the card. Could take 2 turns, maybe 3. But it's not like we're gonna be exposed to a lot of damage in that time. Here we go. And money. This really could be better. Well, these are all pretty strong options. This is base 10, this is base 10. I think this goes up to 5, making this, this is base 8 actually. This ends up being 10, and this ends up being 14. But you can get, you can get a few things that will increase the damage of this. I believe strength affects each individual hit, making this the preferred option in this situation. And let's see what our first chest is. Gold. Well, it is what it is. 5 times. We can upgrade that as much as we want. We might actually upgrade Shrug It Off. Heavy Blade is probably the right option though. Just to round out our offense. We'll want to upgrade that Shrug It Off in the next fire. Unfortunate. This guy makes me vulnerable when he dies, and this guy's gonna reduce all my stats. I feel like this is probably the... I'm gonna have less block cards. Let's get rid of this guy first. Kind of a toss-up there. I confess that I didn't actually do the math. Unfortunately, not enough. But that is. My favorite thing about the Ironclad is being able to heal at the end of every combat. That means every perfect combat you do allows you to essentially upgrade additional cards. Who's the boss in this? Yeah, this might not actually be terrible in that situation. So it'll keep us from getting bogged down while we have a small deck. Not a strong pick, nothing super great there. I don't think we need 2 cards. We do want the Shrug It Off upgraded. Let's keep eating monsters. Once again, paying as we move through the map here. Definitely taking more damage than I'm comfortable with. String Blow is actually bad here, doing 14 versus the 16 we get off of 2 strikes. And now he's feed size, but we've got to wait a couple of turns to get through that. We should have enough defense though. We'd better, because that's all we can do this turn. No need for that 3rd block. And we're just gonna fish for cards. One or 2 more turns. At this point, we have to kill him or not kill him. Yeah, we're going to be going in with a little less HP than I'd like. I think he's just going to have to die. Suboptimal, though. I don't really feel like we're running out of cards to play. I'm just going to grab the Carnage. And it's just a fat damage card. Nothing exciting. Oh, that's just the right size. And these guys you pretty much have to race because they want to leave on their 4th turn. Taking with them your 15 gold. Not really a big deal. Better just to mitigate some of this damage. And down he goes. So here's a perfected strike we're not going to use, but here's another heavy blade. This is definitely turned into a strength deck. We're going to rest though. I'm very happy with my deck. I don't want to risk losing all of this HP we've ground out, so yeah, not a great card in this scenario. We're just gonna use it to do damage this turn. Notice I'm getting no potions this game for some reason. Oof. That is a lot. $48. Nothing we can do is going to stop that from ruining us. There's some reason why he started super crazy though. All we can do is set ourselves up as best we can for the next turn and watch ourselves die. Tough crowd here. Turned out to be the same for one less. Well, I mean, this goes away, but I think we desperately need this to be as dead as possible. Still, that'll kind of weaken our deck here. I don't think that one play is going to make the difference. Our damage output's okay. A little subpar. The lack of a 4th mana is really putting the putting us in an awkward situation here. Burn blocked by a block, if you happen to have any, like this gentleman. So we're going to choose to just take as little damage as possible there. As you see there, it went from my block pool rather than my HP, luckily. And we're going to need to use Carnage again. Alright, well, we may actually survive this. Luckily. Depends on what we draw, depends on whether or not he's going to do another 48 damage next turn. 30. We're going to split the difference and do a heavy blade with a shrug. So I've got 50. He's doing 30. I'll do 34. We'll need a good turn next turn. But if we don't do that... Oh. Change the math on me. Well, I guess we're going to find out what's happening now. I could definitely afford to soak his attack, and I don't believe you can afford to soak mine. Nope, he can't. These are both very good. This is great and not this deck. This would allow us to get pretty insane with our max HP. Man, I feel like we'd be asking an awful lot. But if you don't ask, you're never going to get it. Really shit relics here, though. Let's go with the potions, given that we can't seem to draw any. Hard last fight for us, too. Okay. Let's see if we can just make it there. 2 fires over here. 2 fires from any of these lines. This whole line's no good. And that's it. So I'm going to end up here over here. And we want to be doing a lot of monsters. It's going to be the left side. We're not going to have a lot of options going through here, I'm noticing. This will be a decent turn. I'll put him down. We'll block all but one of these. This guy will be a potential problem. Notice these birds can do a lot of damage if you don't take care of them quickly. Do 18 to a flyer, that's not enough. They wait to feed. We can almost kill one of these guys. Almost. We're gonna wait. Pretty savage misplay there. I think I really want us to get this out of my hand, but we're not going to do that. This large life pool is letting us make more mistakes than we should really be getting away with. Oof. Rough beats coming in over here. We just want to survive this now. The deck is definitely not doing us any favors right now. Yeah, not killing this guy and killing this guy instead really put us in an awkward position. Oh, Jesus. Man. This is just enough to kill this guy. And then we just have to take our punishment, and I don't know, it's not looking good for this run. We made some really serious errors here. A little luck will turn this around, though. Oh no, this is the card we were waiting for. What did we do? And we definitely can't afford to play around with this shit anymore. Alright, so we fucked ourselves pretty good there. That essentially destroyed this run. These are bad. These are bad. It looks like it's time for us to pay our taxes. And he's going to get away with the money, too. Not great. Like I said, Shrug It Off's a pretty good card. Definitely feeling the squeeze here from that last one. Lovely. Jesus. Really? Awesome. Yeah, we're not gonna make it to the bonfire, probably. Yeah, we're just going to try and take as little damage as possible. It's been working so great for us so far. Come on. And that kills me. No way around that. Well, it's cool seeing this number get up really high. Turned out not to be turned out not to be a good idea. What are you gonna do? So what happened there? I think probably just not killing that one bird in the back row. Instead, killing the one in the middle because I saw that the math was convenient. Turned out to be a huge mistake. Ruining what should have been an amazing run. Strength deck with high HP. That's all it takes. One misplay. This is okay. You can pay to have the curse removed at the first place you go. It's at 50, 75. Netting you 200, 175. Plus your 99. That should be enough to buy you one of the relics. Can make your early fights a little awkward though. And we're gonna basically make a beeline for that shop. Yeah, we're just gonna do damage to him. Next turn we'll throw out one block and do as much more damage to him as possible. We'd like to bash him. And yeah, that usually makes this go fairly smoothly. We can do 27 damage if we get 3 strikes. We didn't. 14, 7, 21. That's not enough. So we want to try and take as little damage as possible. And this is going to turn out to be a longer, more costly fight. Even 3 strikes next turn is only going to be... Oh, will that be enough? That'll be enough. Awkward, but... At least we know right from the get-go that we can't remove any strikes from our deck. Yeah, I usually recommend blocking in this first turn and doing your damage on his second turn when he's buffing himself, but when the game does not give you that option, I recommend doing whatever you're allowed to do. We could have a body slam deck. It's the only card in here that's any good, so... No, the other two are... Well, Seeing Red's alright. Body slam deck it is. Alright, we've got kind of a lot of money here. Let's buy that. First things first. Metallicize is on sale. I definitely don't mind this anchor either. And remove the curse. And look at that. We only are slightly under what we started the game with. And our deck is a lot cooler than it used to be. Yeah, the game gives you an opportunity to play powers for no discernible downside. I recommend that you do that. This is pretty easy math, right? 6 times 2 ends up making my 2 body slams worth 12. Oh, we can't do all of them. They're not upgraded yet. Hey, the math just got even easier. We could absorb 4. Or I could just kill him. 18 minus 18 is still 0. I don't love any of these. None of them are bad, though. This feels like it'll thin my deck out, though. At this point, I just think I'll skip them. Two bonfires in a row right here. And an additional one if we go up all the way over there. I'm going to avoid the super deadly monster fights if possible. That's my plan. Upgrade's a nice option. These defends are not great, but we don't have anything to replace them with right now. We'll just take the free upgrade. That's fine. Turn these into free damage. Body slam deck with a couple perfected strikes or other cards that just give you straight up single card large damage. Not bad. Especially if you can manage to find calipers. Or barricade or any way to keep your block around. That gets out of control pretty fast. It is ordained that we will take damage, so that's what we're going to do. And we're probably going to take kind of a lot of damage this time, actually. I would rather take 9 than 12, though, because I can actually block that. Oh, this will be more than 9. No? Really? Because did it do the math automatically? I confess that I don't actually know. I'm going to take 4 more damage and still come out ahead of this. And I'm just going to safely do a little damage. That strength number is getting a little high for my taste, though, that's for sure. Oof. No good options here. Or are there? 22, I can just get rid of him. And only take 10. Well, 15. I don't see any better alternatives, unfortunately. Well, when life gives you lemons, if you're starving, you eat them. Definitely a good card to have. So are we exhausting cards in this deck? Not really. I think that's gotta be another skip, actually. I'm not loving that. This is probably just gonna get us farther. I feel like we could probably take on an elite. Doesn't do me much good right now. Well, 2 will be a lot easier to deal with than 3, theoretically. And we do 15 versus 6, making one of these clearly a superior option. We probably could have got away with that, with no damage on that turn, actually. Blood potion is good for us. None of this is. I just don't really like doing random damage. I don't feel like that's actually adding anything. As I said a couple of times, I like to focus on the first guy in the row here. I feel like getting rid of him definitely reduces the amount of damage we end up taking. And he's going to go down 9 instantaneously. Thanks, block deck. Body Slam, probably my favorite card in this game. And why pick? This doesn't actually do anything to these guys. Yeah, Artifact is pretty annoying, especially when you're first starting out and you're not fully cognizant of what's going on. Run into that a couple of times, and definitely died for it. Barely enough defense to get through this. Or not. Yeah, if you're ever in a really clutch fight or trying to improve your play style or just make less errors, always good to just, hover over yourself before the end of the turn. Get a little reminder of what ongoing effects you have. This would be nice to have on hand, but I think we're better soaking the damage. Yeah, because we can heal that 6. I just don't make any progress this turn. That's okay though. This can pull us through a boss fight. Not a bad card. This is amazing for us. Don't forget that 30 block can mean 30 more damage. Entrench can make that 60, and Barricade can make you invincible for your trouble. Oof. Unfortunately, we're gonna get hurt. There's no way around that. This guy's got 12 life. We could kill him and have 10 block and take 15. I think that ends up being our... Oh. Okay. Did the math wrong on that one. I think we need this potion. I don't think we can afford to use it. I think we'll just play our cards and take less damage. Yeah, very happy with Anchor in this deck. It's no calipers, but it'll do. So 5 plus 3, that's 8. So we have more than enough. And deal some damage to this guy. Let his block run off at the end of the turn. I forget if he weakens me or makes me frail. Weakened. So he might not actually be able to deal enough damage to kill him. No, that's not true. So here's our 30 block, and here's our free lots of damage. Great deck. I'm pretty much always happy with that situation. I'm not sure that I want to be losing a lot of HP. I do have a lot of 2-cost cards. I have a few. Oh, we don't need any of these. Heavy Blade's good, but only if we get strength. I think we're pretty much on the block plane at this point. So we're gonna be obstinate and say no to that. Actually, upgrading these defense might be good. We're going to start on our defense. They're going to stick around, so we might as well get the most out of them. Starting with 40 damage here is okay. Yeah, we're getting pretty lucky here. Do I need this for the boss fight? That would be good. But it might be better to be able to upgrade a card. Well, let's start with some damage. We can almost get him. Let's just not take that damage. That's my choice. Oh, ginger's good. I really don't like armaments. I have never been happy to see it. And I don't like random effects. If it says random, I'm usually not taking it. So we're not going to take it. And we're going to work our way through the rest of our defense, probably. They're not great cards, but you see them a lot. I don't know that I want to exhaust Impervious on a turn where I don't actually get to use it. That seems bad. I will drink the Strength Potion, though, just to get as much value as we can out of this turn. I don't see us using it in any other situation. Not an amazing turn for us, honestly. We better hope that we get something next turn, otherwise we're going to take a lot of damage. We can do 10 damage to him and block 10. I don't know if that's enough to roll him over. He needs to be down to 70 to transform. Yeah, I believe so. Perfect Strike and Strike is going to be 30. That'll bring down to 63. That will transform him and save us from this massive amount of damage. So that's what we're going to do. Although, these next two slimes are going to be kind of chubby. Yeah, 63 is a tall order. All it takes is one strong turn to turn that around. Don't forget you can exhaust those slimes if you have defense that you don't need to cast. And yeah, this guy's gonna be worthless, so we started working on the right guy, that's for sure. This is sort of a pain for us. Yeah, he's not doing anything. We can afford to just show him about this first section. And he will, yeah, he will eventually attack. You know, him attacking is not my favorite thing that ever happened. But it doesn't matter what we end the turn, how much damage we end the turn on. 9 and 8, 17. Not quite enough to kill you, is it? However, it's better than the alternatives. Yeah, it is better than the alternatives. That's going to be our choice. Frail can really ruin our day, though. I wish they would stop that. Here we go. And money. We got 42. No. 50. That's almost enough to kill him on his own. But he's such a minimal threat, I think. Even though we've got a lot of damage in the hopper. We're just gonna negate this guy's offense. And he's not slowing down with those attacks, so we're gonna have to interrupt him or fail to do so. What does he need to be at? Oh, he's gonna be down to 32, 31. It could be worse. We're getting a little cocky here. But he's gonna have he's gonna struggle to beat me with his 16 life. Not that it couldn't happen. And when you've got cards, play them. Oh man, this is tricky. So So this isn't good for us. We're not exhausting anything. We didn't take the heavy strike earlier. We could get more. This definitely wins fights. I just tried this, and I really want to make the most of it. But this is better for this deck. We will have to hope to run into that card again some other time. Okay. We're going to take the Velvet Choker again, and it's probably going to get us killed again. You really got to pay attention to that 6-card limit. Okay, this side and this line right here seem good so far. Mostly enemies. I'm going to go up through here, grab some quests after the shop. A fire, an elite, another fire, probably another elite, and another fire. I'm pretty happy with that situation. Okay, as you can see, it is now payback time. And that's what we think about that last defeat. We can still take some damage here if our deck takes a poop on us. Appears to be cooperating though. It is good. I just can't imagine this being good. I'm gonna keep our deck lean. For now. I have no idea why people love this card. I guess if you can win fast, it's good. I'm not convinced. Here we go. This has utility for us. I'd really like the feed, but this seems to offer the most chance of making the most of this deck. Free weak. Clothesline, rather. Clothesline's decent. We're pretty low on attacks as well. Do we want to thin our deck out any further? I can't really get rid of those strikes. I think we're going to pass. We're going to pass. We're going to keep our deck small and see how that works out. I can't actually predict that because I haven't done it. Oof, not this again. Okay. This is clearly our revenge run. This still won't kill one of these guys. Man, look at that. So resilient. Yeah, you really need a specific deck to make short work of these guys. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The question here is, will Body Slam make this guy stop hitting me? Even though it doesn't do any damage. I think it will, probably. And then we can Perfected Strike. Let's test our theory out. No, apparently. Dealt attack damage. Well, la-di-da. Let's get very specific with our wording. Yep, if you want one skill that will help you advance in this game, being able to read the rules is that skill. Attack damage it is. He's coming back up. That won't matter. I don't quite have enough to block all of this. I'd rather take the damage and make him vulnerable. I'm really sick of trying to do damage through the 50% reduction from flight. Well, he's not doing anything this turn, which is pretty lucky. Fortunately, we didn't make the most of that vulnerable. Making that 2 damage that we took, losing gamble. This, however, will be 3 attacks. And in fact, now that he's on the ground, he'll be taking full damage. I hate all of those cards. Okay, so now it's clear that we've wasted our upgrades in the defense now that we get to upgrade them, but whenever you get a chance to upgrade all your strikes and defense, I recommend that you do so, making them slightly less shitty and making you much more likely to succeed. Oof. Okay, this would have been good. We can't afford a shockwave, which is going to be really good in the upcoming fight, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to purchase that. Shockwave is good. 3 a turn, man. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm going to upgrade my shockwave just because it's going to be very much a factor in the upcoming boss fight. No, it's really good here too if I can pull it out. Nope. Not seeing much cooperation here. I don't want to get rocked by this guy, so we're going to try not to. Yeah, every once in a while you will just get stuck not being able to do what you want. I don't think this fight had better not go on too much longer, so let's skip the demon. Let's just get as much block stacked as we can. He is going to chew away a part of our plated armor though. Yeah, we're going to go down to 3 and 3. Yep. Okay, like I said, Shockwave is really good against this guy. Impervious is just really good. Now we can skip that turn. So, when you've got cards, you play your cards. And then you take your 20 damage. Oh, did the math wrong. Always check your icons. Oh, that should be it for him though. Not a terrible amount of damage done to us. I have never seen this before, but it seems good in a deck like this. And a free body slam is exactly what we want. I mean, barricade is exactly what we want. What do I want to start every fight with? Impervious could give me 40 damage on opening turns. A lot of bosses don't attack in the first turn though. Shockwave would be pretty good, but we don't want that against the boss. We're going to take Impervious. Just an off chance that we get some body slams. Okay, well we won't have to rest at the end here probably. Well, now that it's in our hand every time, it seems like it would be foolish not to upgrade it. And it didn't work out for us, unfortunately. Maybe we won't use it then. Actually, just gonna wear that guy down a little bit. Getting rid of one of the minions isn't too bad, especially the guy that's gonna spend 2 turns and whack us. Well, this is disheartening. Just trying to reduce that damage some. And Shockwave is not what we want here. Jeez. I'm gonna cast it anyway though, because we need to get something happening here. We're getting overrun pretty badly. Ginger will prevent us from getting weakened by this guy. Our deck is not really cooperating. This guy's gonna get worse the more he gets hit. I'm really just gonna try and mitigate. This is not the best strategy for this. This guy's quickly becoming way too much of a nuisance. See if we can't make him bite size. Oh, I've never seen that happen before. Hmm. Really awkward set of turns. This strength is getting out of control. We're going to take some serious damage in this fight, it looks like. Oh yeah, we are. $13 times 3. Oh, I think we're dead. Shit. Not quite dead. Oh my god. 24, 35. This is not enough to kill him. Oh, well, that was stupid. We're really going out on the limb here, huh? Oh, wow. That was very close. And that's going to cost us for sure. I like this. I like this card. I don't know if it's good, but I do like having it. What relic could we get? Sure. Do I have any skills that haven't been upgraded? That did nothing for me. Yeah. Well. Not awesome. Hey, here we go. Thanks for the money. Rampage is okay in this deck. Getting a little fat though. And we're gonna skip it. We're gonna stay lean. Unfortunately, rest to give ourselves the best chance at this boss. This isn't my favorite time to get this. It's not my favorite time to get this. What more can I say? Maybe 50? 50 is good. The likelihood that I see 2 body slams with this card out of my 3 body slams is pretty low. It doesn't do anything for me this turn. I'm not in any danger. We'll wait. This is just going to be a super shitty turn. And Shockwave is just good. Normally we ignore these guys. I don't think we can afford to do that this time. Well, I guess we're going to find out. I don't exactly see this working out for me otherwise. Not a great start. I could have done more block there, but I think just getting a little bit of damage in and some heals on probably worth it. Yeah, say we're up from our prior state. We probably want to put this on. I don't think this is going to go long. I think we're going to get steamrolled, but if, oh yeah, he's going to definitely weaken the shit out of us now. Those are my least favorite things to happen. I've definitely got a lot of energy. Nothing to do with it, but I've got a lot of it. We get a good chance of getting impervious and a body slam. No, okay. Hey, you're the boss game. I think we just get as much damage as we can off this perfected strike. Or do we kill this guy? That's a lot of damage to give up. Yeah, I think we just need to lay into him a little. Might prove to be a mistake. No, I'm gonna get... Again, no real need for the impervious here. I hate to spend it in a situation like that. Especially when I'm not doing much else. Yeah, I'm just not under threat. It just seems like a waste. Yeah, he's summoning again. So if I kill this guy now, I don't have anything to show for it. So we won't do that. We'll just make the use of that vulnerable. We're going to be patient. We're going to be patient and wait for impervious to show up and save the day for us. We're going to be waiting a while. We're going to bite-size this whole situation, I think. Let him buff himself.
also gets to do quite a lot of damage when left unchecked. Alright, here's what we're waiting for. And just like that, our patience pays off. This is the card that we're looking for. This will make you invincible, especially in a thin deck. We've already done this. Three curses and 3 relics. Now you want to transform 3 cards. I do not. I guess it's going to be the bell. And we'll try and sell those off as quickly as possible. A little late on that one. Gambler's Chip will help mitigate that, but we do need to remove them from our deck post-haste. Quest can do that, Merchant can do that. So this is looking like a strong line. They both can get to the same place too, so let's start with that. And figure out what we're fighting. This is a good fight for us. This is probably the best case scenario for the block deck. And this guy is a fucking nightmare. Yeah, once again, we want to try and be patient and not exhaust our impervious until it's time. This guy's going to become really a huge pain in our ass quickly, though. Ugh, not great. Powers first. We'll just do the damage that we can, I guess. Not loving these cards clogging up my deck, I'll give you that. Okay. We're going to play a power, because that's what we have available to us. And this guy's definitely going to chip away at us. Still has the potential to wreck our entire run, actually. And with draws like these, he's got a good shot at it. Very expensive. Heavy Blade's looking a lot better now. Duplicate a card in my deck, huh? I'm gonna have to say Impervious. That's the card I'm happiest to see most often. Oh no. Okay. Oof. Jeez. I'll play some powers and weaken the strongest of these. Uh-oh. We're going to be punished for our sins here. I've never lost to these guys, but this might be my first. Oh man, these guys. I can't even afford to barricade. Oh my. She went through that block. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we just died. Well, good job, Curses. Oh wait, he's vulnerable. We can survive the turn. We will be very hurt. We might not even be able to kill this guy. Okay, that's definitely good. It will only heal me from this one, though. Oh, man. This is a good card. This is so up and down. Oh, tasty. Alright, let's take the free impervious. This is terrible. This is not good, but this is terrible. Have I seen any potions this game? Oh, God, okay. We definitely don't want that. Let's start there. We would really prefer some... We would really prefer some body slams in this situation. We can get 8 life back. Deal 4 to him. We need to kill this guy in 3 turns. I don't think we can afford to spend. Okay. That was close to being okay. Yeah, this is what it is. This is gonna be tough. This guy's gonna start to do kind of a lot of damage. Oh man. Good lord, really? We would almost rather have the block. Actually, we would definitely rather have the block. As much as I'd like Demon Form. I'd like to be alive in order to cast it one day. This is not the round to have that happen. Yeah, that's not great. We can no longer afford. Oh, so clutch. Alright, so let this be a lesson to you.
up and down like a yo-yo. I definitely don't want any of this. By the skin of our teeth. We're still hoping to get rid of curses. Oh, we get 2 fires if we go this way, though. Only have to do 1 boss fight. This could go either way. Oh. Well then. Let me tell you a story about Body Slam. Say this is probably the optimal situation. Actually, I'm gonna gain life on this fight. Oh my. Almost. And these are the turns we're looking for. Possibly some card draws needed. Bit late for it, of course. Just really not happy with some of the card offerings this time around. Making barricade cost less will allow us to do it and something in a turn. That something might save our life. This is really good in some other deck. I just think Impervious is the best. Let's stick with that. For some reason, I can't seem to avoid running into this situation. I really don't want to thin my deck out anymore. But it seems to be guaranteed to happen. We don't need 2 Impervious, I'll tell you that much. Oh, this could be worse. I may actually not wish to do all of the damage. Most of the damage is plenty. Barricade and Impervious is the dream. We may not actually have any left over. Oh, we'll have a bit. And that'll be enough to carry us through this fight. Give them just a bit of luck. Not a lot. Don't ever ask for a lot. But just a bit. Okay. If I'm reading this right, I should be able to play all of these cards as long as I use this strike first. I'm not sure that I actually wanted this to happen. We're going to take some damage. Truly unfortunate. We had such a strong start. And just weren't able to keep our block up. And now our entrench doesn't do anything. No, that's not good. Oh, God. We're going to be nearly dead at the end of this. That is really not good. And when they said that they made the enemy stronger, they were not fucking around. Possibly I could have used some block to roll into the next turn, making me a lot less likely to take my last 32 damage from this onslaught. Yeah, that would have been good. Oof, that is kind of a lot. We've got 30 and 30. So let's take these two out. In my mind, perhaps not in reality. Okay, well then. We're just gonna take 21 damage, 22 damage, 22. Oh my god, 10, I'll have 10 life left. This thing turned around on us pretty quick. Oof, close. Well, we can at least put up a decent defense while we wait to get totally pulverized by this turn of events. Our deck is probably too big. So as before, theoretically, we can roll this into victory. But only theoretically. Cutting it way too close for my liking. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go here. And have to fight anyway. Oh no. Does this actually net me life here? I think it does. Let's block first. That's my plan. Yeah, we did get 16 out of it. It definitely could be worse. Still somehow taking damage. Lovely. Yeah, we don't actually. Well, I suppose we can. The damage it does goes to our block, and we've got more than enough to soak the 0 damage we'll be taking this turn. Still, though, somehow looking like we're going to be taking damage. No, really not my favorite. This is going to be a dicey boss fight. If we get an early barricade and are impervious, we will probably be fine. But if we don't, we will probably not. Technically better. An unupgraded body slam. That's so for sure. Ugh, another tough fight. Okay. Let's see if we can hit that barricade. Shockwave won't really actually save me here. If I go up to 60, I can actually just straight up kill this guy. Problem solved. I think this deck probably did not deserve to go anywhere near as far as it did. And it is entirely being propped up by this bottle lightning on Impervious. Just doesn't seem to be very consistent. You know, a lot of turns where I have attacks that I just don't want. I just don't want them. Like, here in this situation, I'm stuck going to take a damage to no. Oh no, I've got... Alright. But I can't play any of these cards. Well, I can make them cost 0. Let's do that. Thought I was dealing with 2 thorns for a second there. It was technically better to have done the body slam first. Since the thorns reduces my block, he would be dead. Jeez. This could be good. And we're gonna have to rest up. Okay, here we go. Ascension 3. Not what I want. I want to hit that barricade and Impervious. Again, this is not my preference. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. Best case scenario, we rush into the rest of our attacks, I suppose. 34. So I don't have to kill any of these guys. We'll get one of them close, though. We'll spread it out a little bit. We've got a couple of attacks that will kill either of these guys now. They're taking more damage than I'm super comfortable with, though. This is fine. That was not. Yeah. We're gonna hurt. Do you have a chance to hit that barricade? I think our imperviouses are still, yep, both in the 15 today. And he's just getting sturdier. Okay, well that needed to happen. as does this. Yeah. Sorry, bud, but you've got to go down. We need to hit our previously, and then we should be. Oh, God. Then we should be all set. Boo. I like to do demon form, but I don't think I should. I think I should do this. And then just kind of be sad about it. Alright, we're gonna need that block. There we go. And I'm actually going to keep vulnerable. That will do more damage for us in the long run. Look at the speed potion that we haven't made use of yet. It's not great. And here's some damage. That just seems like an all-around damage boost. Not terrible. Okay, here's where we're supposed to roll together. Now, yeah, he's going to have a real tough time chewing through this much block, I think. Demon form's probably safe here, but I'm just going to keep my block up as much as possible, because as you can see, it leads to big old damage. He's going to get extra cranky now. We're going to whiff kind of amazingly, but that's alright. That means, oh, no, that's the end of our deck. We actually got really lucky with that deck cycle. It might look like we're doing really terribly, but that's only because that's what the facts suggest. 217 damage in one attack, though. I think that Ascension 3 is in the bag. Let's just see how big we can get this before we slam our way in. 363, I'm going to say decent. Thump, thump, thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is the heart of the Spire the source of this evil? You ready your blade? You deal 824 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds, but it ultimately still is pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? 824 is closer to the higher end that I've gotten. I'm not really sure what that's based on. I've done 8,900 damage to the heart total. 7 billion? 7 billion damage done so far by all players. And we take a little sleep. Ascension mode 4 unlocked. Slowly but surely we're getting there.